Good morning, students. So today we'll continue the same chapter, that is the network mobile telecommunication, and the topic is network security, in which in the today's session we'll learn about the web services. The web services are the different kind of services provided by internet, and how that services can be available and how that services can be uploaded into internet. So in this web services, the first topic is the hypertext markup language, or HTML. You might have know about HTML and hypertext markup language. It is a programming language, or it is a web development language that used to develop web pages. It used to develop the web pages. In case of a HTML, the HTML is the programming language that used to display the data on a web page. That display the data on a web page. That means it mainly concentrates on how the data will be represented on a web page, how better the data can be shown on the web page. But it is unable to store any kind of data, or it unable to access any kind of data. It only used to display the data. Whereas the second version, or the higher version of HTML, is known as the XML, that is extensible markup language. In this extensible markup language, it deals with the data rather than how the data will display. It deals with the how the data will store and what data will store. That can be done using XML. So these two things, one is the HTML and another is the XML. These two things are used to design the web pages, and collection of web pages is become a website. So next thing is the www. You must know about www. That is the World Wide Web. It can be defined as the hypertext information retrieval system of internet. That means it helps you to retrieve the information stored or information available in internet. And what term of information? That term of information is known as hypertext information, because these informations are built, or these informations are created using hypertext markup language. Now web page, as I told you, web page is electronic document design using HTML and display information in textual or graphical manner. That means it's an electronic document. That means the information display in form of electronics, or display in form of information technology. So this information are developed using HTML, and what kind of information it is? Either it is a text file, audio file, video file, or graphics. Anything can be displayed over a web page. Okay. Now the web pages are of two types. Two types of web pages are there. One is the static web page, another is a dynamic web page. The static web page is such kind of web page that display only the information. Whatever information is there, it will be displayed in a static web page, and each day the same information, each time the same information appear in a static web page. For example, suppose you open the Google web page, google.co.in, then each day will have the same information, the same page content will be displayed there. That kind of web page is known as a static web page. But a dynamic web page is used to display different content, or different kind of content will be displayed in a dynamic web page. From that Google home page, if you make search of any content, suppose you are searching for a song, the same song name you search today, some information will appear after some time, some hour, or some day, or one day after, the information will be changed. This kind of web page is known as a dynamic web page. Or it's a very easy to understand dynamic web page. Your Facebook home page or Facebook wall. Each and every time it will be updated. This kind of web page is known as a dynamic web page. Now, the static web pages are developed using HTML. That's why it has a extension name .htm or .html. Whereas in case of a dynamic web page, it is developed through any kind of scripting language, such as the therefore its extension name may be PHP, ASP or JSP, etc. Later on we will learn about what is scripting language and what is ASP, PHP and JSP. Okay, so these are the two kinds of web pages. The next is a web scripting or scripting language. Just before some time I told you the scripting language. The scripting language are those programming languages which are embedded with HTML to develop the web pages. For more better representation of the web page, we need some other programming language. This kind of programming languages are known as the scripting language, and these are used with the HTML. Now there are two kind of scripting language. One is the client side scripting, another is a server side scripting. First one is the client side and the second one is the server side scripting. So let's come to the client side scripting. Okay, so when the term client and the term server appear in your mind, the client is the computer that avail different facility from the internet, and server is the computer that provide different facility to the client. So the client side scripting language is generally used to develop some web pages that's used for the client. For example, suppose you are searching something in the Google. Okay, so you are entering some data from your side. That is the client side scripting, or that kind of pages is developed through client side scripting. Whereas whatever be the information it will search in the server and display on your browser, that happen through a server side scripting. So anything that the client client is doing any kind of action, that action can be done through a scripting language which is known as client side scripting. Whereas the action that is responded by the server, okay, that kind of activities are made through a scripting language that is known as a server side scripting language. So next is a kind of website. Website, as I told you, website is nothing than the collection of web pages, and web pages are the information or document in electronics format that developed using HTML or XML or using any kind of scripting language. Okay, so next is the web hosting. The web hosting is the process of uploading a web page into the internet or any kind of server. If you are uploading any kind of website or web pages or web content to the www or World Wide Web, that process is known as web hosting. Okay, nowadays we are using the web 2.0 as a web hosting. This is a newer thing, or this is the latest version of web hosting which we are using nowadays, that is called web 2.0. Now any kind of the website or any kind of pages or web document we can you host using 2.0 is known as AJX, that is asynchronous JavaScript. Basically it is developed in a JavaScript, like it's uploaded through web 2.0. That's why this is known as a asynchronous JavaScript, or AJX extension will be appear in the web page. So this much in this chapter. If you have any kind of doubt, you can call me or you can text me. Okay, so in the next chapter we'll learn about the SQL. Again we'll go for the SQL, the remaining part of the SQL was there, we'll cover that. And If you have any kind of doubt, you can contact me, and about the PDF file, you can get the PDF file from the same link. So, thank you. Have a nice day.